Hello, my friends, doctors. Hello, this is Katie Wilson. I'm trying this new format, and I see this is in a post-Zoom, post-pandemic world. This is the first thing I do when I am on screen. The first time is the obligatory zhuzhing. Hair, I can't help it. Good to see you in a virtual world. As promised, this is my week 4 blog. I'm going to refilm weeks 1, 2, and 3 in this format. I did have them filmed what I thought I was doing through I'm calling it melodica. What is it called? the format, given through BU, and I get this link, and I guess you can't open it. What I'm sending to what I'm posting. So, as I was given permission, I'm going to film using QuickTime Recorder on my laptop, upload to YouTube, and then I'll post the link and email the links to this blog and the remaining blog. But I wanted to get it in before tonight, as promised. So, hello. This week's prompt. Has the work you've done over the past 2 weeks, readings, discussions, classwork, impacted the ways in which you think about analysis? In what ways? How might this impact your pedagogical decision making? This week was this macro analysis, looking at the big picture, the overall. And I have to say, I shared with my students this week, I said, here's what I've been doing, guys, because we've been talking about we've been in musical theater unit in my advanced acting class right now, which is primarily a musical theater class, and the primary goal of the class. These are all students who are musical theater performers, most of them with goals to do this at the collegiate and professional level. And so we're preparing our professional portfolios right now and examining musical theater history, examining literature of all different voices, and finding the perfect literature for each one of them, and peer analysis, and, the whole shebang, as you can imagine. And I showed them this. I showed them how I had analyzed back to before at this macro level, and they were like, wow. First they were intimidated by the amount of work, all the little pieces, but seeing it together as a whole really was impactful. It made all of those little pieces more obvious, because you're looking at it all right there, like, oh my gosh, I am thinking about all these different things, and I'm applying it as a whole, to this performance piece. And then we were able to hone in on those things too and find them more easily. So it was practical, it was impressive and impactful, to realize just the detail that goes into score analysis. And then it made the payoff more, worth it all. It validated the process, I think, in a way. So for me, it's forced me to be more careful. I kept on adding more layers to my macro analysis. I kept on reassessing. So I wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I found that I wanted to explore certain areas more, and then other areas I thought, maybe I need to think about that, or maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Maybe I'm concentrating on this too much. And so as I'm looking for a way to link all of these works together, like how am I going to present this in a unit to my students, the macro analysis really helped me, because now if I'm going to focus on this idea of motion, the journey, and finding that motion in the journey, in the music, in the lyrics, in the story, coming together, like, do I have enough? Do I have enough here? Or do I, and how do I tie in the historical to that to make it a full package? Do I tie in other pieces? So that's, the macro analysis really made me examine pedagogically, how am I going to present this in a way that makes sense and that doesn't feel like, as Ina Garten would say, a dog's breakfast. Just like, it's just a bunch of stuff on a plate that looks really great, but how is it how am I making a connection to the students? So that macro analysis has really forced me to reevaluate how I'm going to present the material. And I don't know that I would have thought about that. I think I would have started maybe at my end point. We're starting with our goal, our curriculum. We're starting with our goals. Like, what are our objectives? And I'm thinking about big thematic things, but I'm at the last minute, I'm thinking of how is this all going to be delivered, the deliverables in pieces. And then it's how we inevitably always end up with like, oh, I didn't get to everything I wanted to do. And this macro level analysis has forced me to think from the other end and go back. I don't know if that makes sense. This is end of the day ramblings with zero caffeine on board. But that's what this has done for me. It's in simple terms, speaking to myself like I'm a kindergartner, it's forced me to put all my ideas on the table and then figure out thematically, what am I trying to achieve? For whom? What is the purpose? It really did. I got it. That clicked. And it made me think like, wow, we certainly are ambitious with everything we want the kids to know. We want them to have this end of everything we already know about this piece, and we want that to happen for them. But if it's going to happen for them, how does it have to all unfold practically? And the macro analysis forced me to do that. I would like feedback on, did I address enough? Are there better ways that I could have addressed what I was trying to highlight as I looked through the whole piece? It's such a combination of commentary on theme, tempo, key changes, meter changes, mood changes. There's just so much there that I chose to put on that one presentation that I feel like some areas I covered really well, and others I barely covered. I barely covered storyline or general mood, which is what I was originally thinking I was going to incorporate more, and then I did not as much. So anyway, I would appreciate feedback on that. So thank you. Those are my week 4 musings. And I appreciate this journey in a way that I would not have taken if I didn't have this assignment, presented to me. So thank you so much. And I look forward to future work this week. And I will get those other video blogs to you within the next. I'm going to try to do another one shortly right here. I hear some people outside my door. So it's after school. But we're all still here. So anyway, thanks so much. See you soon.